Dan Richardson, who is a patron, bought a little time on the show, asked us to pass along some reminders for dog owners during the hot summer months. I'm a dog owner. I love my dog. These are pretty important tips.
Hey, here's one. If you can put your hand on the sidewalk before you take your dog out for a walk, if you can't keep your hand there for 5 seconds without pulling it off because it's too hot, it's probably too hot for your dog too.
Yeah.
So don't take your dog for a walk if you can't do the 5-second test.
All their little paws.
Thanks, Dan, for keeping dogs safe through our show.
Just picture them trying to keep all their paws off the ground, and they can't do it because you can only lift a couple at a time because they're dogs. It's cute, but it's not safe.
And you just pop them right off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's how meat works. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
I'm glad you helped me figure that out, or helped explain it to me, because I need you to help explain something else to me.
Sure. When a man and a woman love each other.
Not that part.
When Link is cooking in the new Zelda.
No, I got that one too.
Okay.
This is a baffling story. Zach sent this to us. Zach sent us so many
Matthew
stories.
McConaughey leaves Earth.
Ooh,
okay,
I did
at
not
a certain
get this.
year. Okay,
yes,
yeah,
I didn't
he leaves
understand
Earth
this
because of how fast he's traveling.
Because time is a flat circle. Is that why?
Yeah. And then the Yellow King is Matt Damon, I think.
Okay.
And then
and he's stuck on Mars.
Yeah, and they keep getting older, but he stays the same age.
Right.
All right.
And he's either in or he's out.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes.
Okay. I think I got that.
All right. So we'll see you guys next week.
Zach sends us a story. He sends great stories. He's always reliable.
Thanks, Zach.
He sent it to wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com.
Our subreddit is also a great place to leave stories and see what other people who listen think about them. That's wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. And it's cool.
So the headline of this story
is
Nashville man sells his house but refuses to move out.
Okay. So
you've got me. I'm hooked.
So far I'm there. I understand.
I'm curious. I want to know why. The sale closed on June 1st.
Okay.
And although there was no clause in the contract that stated the former owner couldn't stay there past that date, he simply wouldn't leave. And he is quoted as saying, "The transaction went through and they're getting a good clean property. What's the problem? I technically don't have to go anywhere."
What? No. What?
He says they'd have to evict me and they're not having that.
No, they don't. Why would they? You only have to evict somebody that's a tenant. This guy sold the property.
Right. He's the owner, and he's sold his house to someone else and now won't leave it. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. That's not... I don't understand what the issue here is and why they couldn't kick him out immediately.
So evidently, they have to start a legal process, which takes at least 30 days. It says it can take up to 30 days until you can have someone forcefully removed.
No! This is all tenant law.
It doesn't make any sense.
This is all tenant law, and I don't, I feel like I'm missing something. Because here's the deal. Yes, if you have a tenant that stops paying rent, depending on the rules where you live, the eviction process takes at least 30 days.
Right.
You put up a notice of eviction, you put up a final notice or whatever. Sometimes you have to go to tenant landlord court, whatever. But that's for tenancy. That's somebody who signed a lease who is supposed to be there. There's no agreement between the old owner and the new owner. He sold the property. He's technically just trespassing. He's a trespasser, right?
It's very odd. Evidently, she didn't get keys from him before they closed the sale. So she has ownership of the property, but not keys to the property. He retains the keys to the property and won't give them to her and is staying in the property, locking everyone out.
No.
It's insane.
How is this an insurmountable problem? How is this? Okay, that guy has the keys to my house.
Right.
He shouldn't, and he's locked me out of my house. Hello, police.
Yeah, call the police.
Get him out of my house. He's trespassing, and he has my keys. What is the fucking issue?
It says
if I go outside tomorrow morning to go to work.
Right.
And the car salesman is sitting in my car.
Right. You bought the car from him.
He's like, yeah, I mean, there's nothing that
He's got the keys, though, still.
There's nothing that says that you don't have to give me a ride to work every morning. No, there's nothing that says I don't.
Right.
But I'm probably not giving you a ride to work every morning, asshole.
Right. Yeah, if the car guy doesn't give me the keys to the car, and I paid for the car, and he's driving the car around, I'm going to be pretty pissed off.
That's a stolen car.
That's a stolen car.
I can't crawl into my neighbor's window and sleep in the closet, and then when they try to kick me out, I go, well, now you have to evict me because technically I'm just here.
Right.
I'm a tenant now.
Right. You know that firsthand. You can't do that.
I can't. Look, and I'm not saying it's right.
No. Why would you?
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that when you get tired and it's time for a little nappy bye.
Yep.
And it's so hot outside.
And that window is open.
It's so hot outside.
The window's open.
Like, you should be able to just crawl on in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just snuggle on up. I didn't touch anything. I wasn't going to do nothing, lady.
No. And of course,
I just need a little nappy.
You know what? When you use a fabric softener like they use, it's got added aroma. It smells like flowers.
It is soft. It is yielding, but it is firm up against like the parts of my body that need support.
Right. And then you put those blankets and clothes in a closet for no one to enjoy, and they are losing their fluffiness and losing their scent with every passing second.
By moment.
It's a crime. Who is the real criminal?
There is no jury in the world that would convict me except for the one that did.
Except for that one.
That one particular jury doesn't understand nappy times.
And as much as you tried to explain it to them,
I kept saying nappy times.
I don't know.
I literally got in their face and grabbed them and was like, nappy times.
What part of nappy times?
Sleepy now.
Did they not understand? Evidently all of it.
It's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a nap right now.
I think you should.
I might. I'm getting a little crankers.
Yeah, you can tell.
It might be nappy time.
Well, let's head over because I think they probably left the window open again.
They don't put their stuff in the closet anymore.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm filing a countersuit.
I think you should.
I want you to know that. Yeah, this is nuts. I don't understand. The thing that this article is not telling me is why she can't just have the police come. Like the crazy thing about this article is not necessarily the story, which the story is a little crazy. This guy's a dick. But the crazy thing about this article is that it's written in a way that like assumes that we all understand why this is tough, but it doesn't say it. And so I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I feel like there's something huge that I miss. They're just not saying why this guy can't be forcibly removed.
I understand. Yeah, I agree. And it says
everyone's just like, well, guy's in there, you know, and the guy won't leave.
They keep saying like no one's ever experienced a case like this before. It says Signature Title Services had said the processor for the closing also contacted the former owner asking him to move out of the house, but that didn't seem to do much good.
Can I tell you what I think the problem is? Can I be really honest? Normally, if you go over a situation like this with a fine-tooth comb, and you're missing something and you can't see what's going on, it's because potentially every single involved party is dumb.
Well, I don't want to say anything about Nashville.
I don't want to,
but having visited for the first time this year, I don't want to say anything about Nashville.
Okay. They are the music capital of the United States.
They are indeed. I had a lovely time.
And they're a great place. They're a great place to live. They're one of the top 10 rated cities for young families in the United States.
And evidently they're overly polite. I feel like this should be a Canadian story.
It's like, this is the thing, is like, why on earth would you be like, hey, it's me, Dave. We just closed on that house. Mm-hmm. You remember you were my broker on that. And,
yeah. No, thanks. Oh, by the way, I really appreciate your patience on all this. The paperwork took a little extra longer than we thought.
Oh, okay. So is the paperwork not done?
Oh, no, it's done. It's all done.
Right. Okay. So I thought so. So here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gary's still there?
Yeah. Gary's still there.
Okay.
He really loves living there, actually, it turns out.
Okay.
It's a phenomenal property.
No, it is a phenomenal property. You're absolutely right. Did Gary give a timeline on how long he plans on still being there?
You remember when they renovated the bathroom for you, and you were so excited about all those the renovations they did on the bathroom, updated the tub, put in that.
Oh, it's beautiful. The subway tile is just beautiful.
Right, and that new backsplash.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what a backsplash was, and then he put one in. And I was like, backsplash.
Yeah.
I thought it was that Kurt Russell movie about the firefighters.
No, that's backdraft.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, it turns out Gary really loves those renos too, and he got really into having that new updated bathroom.
Okay. We'll get back to that. Are you sure Backdraft isn't the one with Angela Bassett and she's like divorced? She's newly
No, that's how Angela Bassett got her groove backdraft.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, we renovated the bathroom.
Yeah, and he really, really enjoys all those new updates, and it turns out that he doesn't want to go. He likes the new look of the place. It really kind of turned around his whole opinion on the place.
Oh, okay.
In fact, he's taken the money from the sale, and he's actually adding a fourth bedroom. He's going to push out. Remember that, the yard on the side that really doesn't have any much use for it?
Okay.
He's yanking out that olive tree, and he's going to push out that whole side and add a fourth bedroom.
Okay, I really kind of enjoyed the olive tree, and I was kind of planning on keeping it there because it's kind of my house now.
Right, yeah, but he's got this whole influx of cash from the sale.
Right, from the sale of the house to me.
Mm-hmm. He's got all that money now, and he's going to really just put it right back into the property is what he's doing. And he's going to...
So, this isn't weird to you at all? Or maybe like we both shouldn't be there, or like somebody shouldn't have both the money and the house.
Well, you're definitely not going to be there. You're not going to be able to get in or out of the place in any way.
All right. So in that case, what I would love from you is just kind of like, maybe we could see about like getting that money back to me.
Well, see, the whole money thing
Since
has
I'm
been
the owner of
it's
the
really been reinvested right
house.
back into the property, right? With that whole fourth bedroom. He's got the contractor coming on Tuesday. I think you're going to love it, by the way. It's a really, really bold move.
But
it's a really great look for the property. Adds a lot of street value, a lot of curb appeal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that does sound lovely.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's wait until let's have the contractor come and really kind of drop a plan.
Yeah, I think you're going to really love it.
Yeah, and then we'll see and we'll kind of take it from there. But I gotta let you know, and I would really appreciate it if you let Gary know as well. I'm sort of leaning towards the fact that he can't live there anymore because it's my house, and we don't have to like come to a conclusion on that right now because I know he has.
I know he has
the contractor coming.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, I know that's kind of a hassle, and I don't want him to have to reschedule. But let's just get something on the books where Gary kind of explains to me just what the fuck is going on and where the fuck he feels like he gets off, leaving me homeless and stealing my money, and maybe like on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate your patience with this whole thing.
Yeah.
I will definitely convey the message that you wanted him to get the fuck out.
Cool.
But I'm not so sure that Gary's going to be receptive to that kind of thing.
Cool.
Because he seems like a real kind of volatile guy.
Cool.
Yeah, so maybe,
Cool.
maybe just give it a while.
Cool. Yeah, maybe Thursday.
Yeah.
Let's just check back.
Let's just reconvene on Thursday. We'll just lap around. And... All right, well, good talk.
All right, well, I'm just going to go sleep in my car.
All right, that sounds great.
All right, cool. I literally don't understand what the issue is if people aren't just being like a mix of stupid and overly polite. Maybe there's some sort of weird backwards real estate law that we don't understand. Maybe all of a sudden him just being there makes him a tenant, like even though he sold there's no agreement. I don't understand.
Yeah, there's quotes all over this thing. It's not a terribly short article. It's got some detail. It's just missing the detail that we need. There's a quote from the buyer who says, "It's been a nightmare. The seller has essentially pirated my house." But how?
But how did this happen?
How?
This is like, this is like if I slowly pulled over on the side of the road,
Yes.
opened my door,
Right.
and said like, "Hey Jeff, come here for a second.
Okay.
Hey, here are the keys to this car.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and you can just, I'm gonna go get a sandwich.
Great.
And you just do whatever you want with the car.
Okay.
All right, man." Hey, that motherfucker stole my car! When I said just, hey! I was just gonna go get a sandwich. I thought, like, whatever, hey!
Yeah.
Where's my car?
The other thing is, they know where this dude is.
They know where he is.
He's in the house.
This is not going to require the intelligence community.
He's inside the thing he stole.
The call is coming from inside the house. We know this.
Yeah. It's weird. You just call a locksmith who comes to the house.
Hey, man, here's the deed to my house.
Yeah.
I'm locked out. Can you open up the door to my house? And then you walk in and you fucking punch Gary in the face.
Gary gets a face punch.
Hey, Gary, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Hey, locksmith, while you're here, gonna need a new front door lock.
Right. Because I kicked the door down and just now needs to be repaired.
Because I called you and then kicked the door down. Because I'll tell you what.
Not smart.
I'll tell you what. I'm not a smart person. And we know this because this guy is in my house. And I haven't called the cops. I called a locksmith.
Yeah.
And then I kicked the door down. And now I'm asking him nicely if he'll leave the house that I own and he doesn't.
Kicking the door down?
Am I smart? Am I smart? Here in front of God and locksmith, I will tell you no.
First paying a locksmith and then kicking in your door is the equivalent of buying a house and then letting someone else live in it.
Can I tell you, this is completely unrelated, but I want to tell you my craziest locksmith story.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready for this?
I love crazy locksmith stories.
So I am staying at a buddy's place in the East Village. I had just gone through a really bad breakup. I was legitimately homeless.
Okay.
I'm staying in this guy's apartment in a 6th floor walk up, and it is an old apartment. It's rent controlled. So he just has it. Right?
Okay.
He has his apartment where he lives, and then he has this
he doesn't
apartment.
live there?
He doesn't live there. He's
Okay.
paying like $200 a month for this apartment because it's been in his family forever. So he's like, go stay in this place. It is Christmas Day. I am getting back to the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I am drunk out of my mind
Okay.
because I am Jewish and in my mid-20s, and I went out with everybody else who didn't have anything to do for Christmas, and
Chinese food.
we got blitzed.
Yeah.
I get back, I realize I don't have the keys. I don't know where the keys are.
To a not place you own.
It's not my place.
And you're not even leasing it, right?
I'm not even leasing it.
Right.
I'm not supposed to be there.
Right. There's nothing that ties your name.
If I let the neighbors know that I'm there, he can get evicted and lose his place. I can't call him. I mean, I can call him, but it's Christmas Day. He's out of town. He's with his family.
Right.
There's nothing to do. I got to get into this place. I can't get a hold of anyone.
It's New York. It's cold.
It's New York. It's cold. It's Christmas. There's no one around. My friends that I just got done like hanging out with, I'm calling them. They're blackout drunk.
Uh-oh.
They're not answering.
You know what you need? You need a Christmas miracle.
I did. I tried a lot of different things, Jeff. Here's what I tried. And this started around like 4 in the morning. I tried piling up trash outside, jumping up onto the fire escape ladder.
The old trash ladder.
Climbing up, and then trying to see if I could get to the window, sort of Steve Martin out-of-towners Neil Simon style.
Yeah.
I get up on the railing of the
Oh my God.
fire escape and look at the ledge, like the windowsill ledge,
Yeah.
like, 3 feet away.
Yeah.
Realize that I'm drunk and making bad decisions.
Please tell me you fell into the pile of trash that you made.
Climbed right back down. Because this was 6 floors up, remember?
Oh, wow.
So I'm not jumping. I'm going to jump for the window, and then I'm literally standing on the railing, and then I look and I go, I'm still drunk.
Yeah.
I'm clearly still drunk.
Right.
So I climb down. I go to a Dunkin' Donuts. I hang out for an hour or two.
Smart. Good plan.
I start buzzing the neighbors.
Okay.
I should not be buzzing the neighbors.
Just randomly pushing buttons?
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
Hey, it's 6A. I'm locked out. Hey, it's 6A. I'm locked out.
What are they going to do, though?
Buzz me into the building.
Okay.
So now I'm in the building.
Okay.
Still can't get into the apartment.
Right.
Okay?
At least you have a
I've
code.
already taken my friend's apartment into my hands. I've put it in danger just by buzzing and saying that I'm 6A.
Right. And now you smell like garbage.
And I smell like garbage, and I'm clearly still drunk, and I'm sweaty. But someone lets me in.
Yeah.
And it's like the most New York intercom. What? Hey, it's 6A. I'm locked out. What? It's 6A. I'm locked out. It's 6A. He says he's locked out. How the fuck is he locked out? What does he want us to do? He wants us to buzz him in 6A. He wants us to buzz him in. Fucking buzz him in, fucking dick. I get buzzed in.
I love New York.
I call a locksmith. Locksmith shows up. I'm already in the building, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, this is me, 6A. I just need you to let me in. He's like, yeah, cool. Just so you know, like, when you get, like, do you have ID? I was like, no, I don't. It's locked inside. And he's like, okay, well, when I open the door, I have to see the ID. I can't let you in.
Uh-huh.
I have to call the police if you don't have ID. That proves that you live here.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Not a problem. I'm sitting there. My ID's in my back pocket. It's in my wallet.
You got your ID.
I
It's
got
just
my
not
ID.
the right one.
This dude, I'm paying I'm making no money. I'm working as a barista. I'm paying this locksmith $300 on Christmas to let me into an apartment so he can call the police on me.
Wow.
That's what's going on right now. I start talking to the guy. I realize he has an Israeli accent.
Uh-huh.
So I start talking to him about Israel because I've been to Israel once for 5 days. So I'm an expert, right?
Right.
So I just start talking bullshit about Israel. I'm just trying to like warm this guy up to me, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he won't call the cops. Like maybe he'll just let me go.
Right.
So he goes and he unlocks the door and he goes down into his toolkit.
That's when you hit him in the head with a wrench.
And I hit him in the head with a wrench and I kill him and I dissolve him in the bathtub because my friend doesn't live in that apartment.
Right.
He doesn't use it. So I know I have at least 6 days. No. So what I do is when he's looking down into his toolkit, I literally throw my wallet out of my back pocket onto the kitchen counter.
Wow.
Because I'm thinking to myself, all right, it doesn't say that I live here, but if he looks up and sees my wallet inside,
Right. At least you weren't lying.
maybe we're cool.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, cool. I need to see ID. And I go like, oh yeah, it's right over here on the counter. And I make sure he sees it first.
Yeah.
And I walk over, I open it up and I show him my ID and he sees that it's me and he leaves.
Wow. You just needed an ID.
He needed an ID that proved that I live there, but I was like, look, it doesn't have this address on it because I move around.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I live in New York. He's like,
Yeah.
as long as you can have some sort of proof. So I just threw my wallet onto the counter.
Smart move.
And the proof was, yeah, dude, I felt really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then later on in the day, I realized how easy it is to literally break into everybody's house.
Yeah, and that's when you went on that crime spree.
And that is when I went on a crime spree, and
Yeah.
that is why I am known as the greatest jewel thief in all of New York City.
Wow.
That
That's a
has
good story.
nothing to do with this story that we're talking about. But I just thought you'd know that you were dealing with the Midnight Cat.
Oh, the Midnight Cat.
That's me.
It's odd that every time you break into a...
Some people call me the drunk smelly cat,
Yeah. Trash cat.
trash cat.
It's weird that when
Bad
every
decision cat.
every time you break into a new apartment, you throw your wallet inside. It seems like a bad plan.
I like to think of it as being part of the rakish rogue genre. You know,
Yeah.
your Thomas Crowns, your
Yeah.
Hudson Hawks.
Yeah.
You know,
I see my reputation preceded me.
Aha.
And by that I mean my wallet.
and by that I mean my wallet. By that I mean my ID is literally here, and now you can see who I am, and so you know who I am. And that's very impressive, isn't it? What were we talking about today?
I don't know. This is a crazy story that I think is kind of bullshit because
I don't
why?
understand why this guy is still there or
Why?
how they. And what's crazy is the story ends not with them calling the police, but with this story getting so much press that
Exactly.
the guy feels shamed into leaving, which is crazy to
weird.
me because he was trespassing.
Exactly.
Call the police. Nowhere in the story does it say that they called the fucking cops.
Yeah, it kept saying like, "Oh man, we tried what we wanted to try. We tried."
I just kept calling my 70-year-old polite realtor.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't know. I kept calling my librarian to see if there was anything I could do.
Yeah.
And my librarian quietly knocked on the door every day and said, "Shh, hey, it would be really nice if you would just get out of the house." Not leaving. I've done everything I can as a librarian. And I'll come back tomorrow again if you want. It's been 4 days, but
Yeah, it's the same tactic
Yeah.
used to try to get you to return your over 2 books. Could you please do it? No.
just no.
Okay. Well,
all right.
then,
Well, I'll
all
just
right.
come back.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Maybe there's somebody out there that knows something about real estate law or is a realtor who could explain to us why the physical act of not handing off these keys
Yeah.
somehow, I guess, entitled him to live there forever. Like
Either
a
that
ghost?
or this is a PSA for anybody living in Nashville. If you want to sell something and then not actually relinquish it to anybody, go for it. Because I guess it works.
Hey, you guys ever robbed a place?
No, I've never robbed.
I want to know if somebody, if one
I've
of
never
our
even
listeners.
shoplifted.
So here's the thing. We get about 2 million listeners a month, right?
Yeah.
Out of all those listeners, somebody
Oh yeah.
has robbed a place.
There's a super thief among
There's like
you.
a cool super thief.
Yeah.
I want to know who you are. And if you aren't out there or you don't want to give it away because a cool super thief probably wouldn't, just make up a story about being a super thief and
Yeah.
and like tweet it to me or like email it to us at wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com or leave it on the subreddit
Yeah.
wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. Somebody go and start a thread on the subreddit that's called True Confessions
Of a Super Thief. Yeah.
And everybody leave your stories about being super thieves and we want to see them.
Yes.
Do that thing. And then also, speaking of thievery, go to wehaveconcerns.com/shop and buy some stuff from us.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not really
It's
thievery.
not thievery, but think of it that way.
Think of it as us stealing money from you and replacing it with, instead of a cool calling card that says the Midnight Cat, 100% cotton t-shirt.
You know what actually is thievery? Is our Patreon. Because all you're getting is this show, and we're taking your money.
Shut up! No!
What do I do?
What have you done?
Super Thieves.
Patreon.com/WeHaveConcerns.